a bill that would ban abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy in Wisconsin. What's going on here?
Yeah, the governor, and it happened, he put out this letter the day after he was kind of called out by a national conservative group. And they said, quote, maybe he's not ready for prime time. The governor the next day puts out a letter, says, if you send a bill that would ban abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy, I will sign it. And it's not that the governor ever said that he wouldn't do that, but while he was running for governor, he was asked, would you sign this bill? And given ample opportunity to say, yes, I would. And he took a pass on that. The Journal Sentinel Board, where reporter Bill Glauber asked him a few times, what's your position on this bill?
Wisconsin Right to Life, I believe, has made it part of its agenda to pass legislation banning abortions after 20 weeks. Do you believe abortion should be banned after 20 weeks?
Those are all things we'd have to look at in the future session out there.
Well, you support, I believe you co-sponsored a bill back in '98 saying abortion should be banned after 20 weeks. So I want to pin you down. Should abortion be banned after 20 weeks?
Again, I said those are all things that we'll certainly look at in the next legislation.
No, your personal view, not a legislative view, your personal view.
Well, I mean, I think it's a human life, and I think that's something that people, regardless of where they stand politically, but those are things that we'll have to talk about in the next legislative session if it comes up.
So can I take it that you believe abortion should be banned after 20 weeks?
Well, again, I think it's a human life, so that obviously raises some concerns for me. Again, you guys are asking a lot of interesting questions that, quite honestly, Bill, you've been out with me on the road, I don't hear anyone ask. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of like the questions the other night on the debate. Questions people ask me about are their schools, are their kids' college education. They ask me about jobs and whether or not their neighbor is going to be, who was unemployed years ago, is going to get a job back. We can spend all of our time talking about this, but I mean, James, you've even talked before. I've written many of your pieces about the unemployment rate on the north side of Milwaukee and the challenges there. To me, I don't mind getting in the minutia there, but I mean, honestly, I'd challenge you to come out with me. You're not going to find a day that goes by where any of the details you're asking me about, there are things that ask me in great detail. So you can ask them, but we've got a limited amount of time, and I would think people would want to hear about the things that matter most to them.